I thought it was time to make a new what I eat in a week, so let's start with Monday. So I started my week with steel cut oats for breakfast, and when making steel cut oats, I like to measure out the oats, water and salt the night before and let it soak overnight so that it will be easier to digest. And then in the morning I just added cardamom and ground cloves and let it simmer for 8 minutes while stirring every now and then I topped it with hemp seeds, frozen blueberries, and added some pea milk and cinnamon. I also had a banana and green tea, which is not very shocking. I've gotten questions about how much I exercise and what I do. It's different from week to week, but I thought I could show you what I did this week. I like to do YouTube workouts, so this day I did 2 back workouts, 1 arm workout, and an ab workout. I can link them all in the description box. I like back workouts because I have scoliosis, so it's important to me to strengthen my back and core. For lunch, I had whole wheat pasta with my vegan nut-free pesto sauce and sun-dried tomatoes. I will link the recipe in the description box. And I also had my fennel and dill salad that I made in my last What I Eat in a Week. I linked that as well. I know it doesn't look appetizing at all, but this lunch was a 10 out of 10 for me, packed with flavor. You may wonder why I had pasta after a strength workout, because some people think it's just carbs, but the pasta contains protein and the sauce contains sunflower seeds, nutritional yeast, and pea milk, which all have protein. And when I added everything I ate for lunch into Chronometer, it all added up to 20.8 grams of protein, and about 20 grams is what you want to consume after a workout. For my snack, I made some buckwheat cakes with mashed avocado, and I sprinkled on herb salt and nutritional yeast and added sauerkraut. I also had 2 squares of 85% dark chocolate because I can't resist it. For dinner, I had some leftover lentil burgers from the weekend, but I had nothing to have them with, so I cut up a sweet potato that I roasted, and I also added frozen broccoli and a little bit of frozen cauliflower, seasoned everything with salt and pepper and dried thyme. Then I added paprika to the sweet potato as well. And I roasted that at 200 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. This was such a simple dinner because when you roast stuff, you only have to make a little bit of effort, then you basically just wait until everything is done. And this is why I love to roast things so much, because it's so simple. And you can also fit many things on one baking tray. I also added some unsweetened ketchup to dip the potato and burgers in, and after dinner I had an herbal tea, and that's all for Monday. On Tuesday, I had 2 pieces of rye sourdough bread. It was quite a while ago since I had this bread, so I had kind of missed it. And I mashed half of an avocado on top, divided them into 4 pieces, and then I sprinkled on herb salt and nutritional yeast, and I also added sauerkraut. It's just such a good combination. Then I had a banana and green tea again. This day I started by working out my abs, and I did 2 different videos. Originally I was only gonna do 1 and finish with cardio in the end, but I don't like cardio that much, so I changed my mind. Then I did a booty workout as well, and I used a mini resistance band. And then I did a thigh workout, but it didn't feel that effective if I'm being honest. Normally, when I train my lower body, I finish with this stretching video. For lunch, I still had some lentil burgers left, so I had those, but this time I had them with shredded carrots, steamed broccoli, and quinoa, and it was really good. For my afternoon snack, I wanted a smoothie, and to the smoothie I added 1 banana, frozen mango, 1 entire kiwi fruit, frozen kale, and frozen blueberries. Then I also added 1 tablespoon ground flax seeds, some cinnamon, and some pea protein. Of course, I had to add a liquid as well, so I added some pea milk, which also has some protein. On Monday, I actually made a red lentil tofu. I didn't film it though because it was my first time making it and I didn't want to be distracted and mess up. But I will link the recipe that I found online and used. So all the instructions are in that recipe. I made the extra firm version. I can't really have soy, so if I want to have tofu, I have to make my own. And sometimes it can be tedious to eat plant-based with allergies and intolerances, but it can also be fun to experiment. So I had let it sit in the fridge for a day and then I took it out and pat it dry a little. I have seen many people make tofu nuggets, so that's what I wanted to try now that I could have tofu. So I added the tofu to a bowl and seasoned it with onion powder and garlic powder. I also added herb salt, and I wanted to bake some of them just like that, but to the rest I added chickpea flour as a coating. I have tried making chickpea tofu with chickpea flour before, but it didn't turn out good texture-wise. But this red lentil tofu had a good texture and it was really easy to cut into, so I can recommend this recipe. Anyways, I baked the tofu at 200 degrees Celsius for about 25 minutes. And meanwhile, I cooked some millet that I seasoned with herb salt, turmeric, and black pepper. For vegetables, I had cucumber and green beans. After taking out the tofu from the oven, I let it cool for just a little bit before plating it up. I also added half of an avocado, and I feel like you can't have nuggets without ketchup, so I also added unsweetened ketchup right before eating. And I would make this recipe again because the tofu was really good, but as you can see it was a little bit mushy, but yeah, still really good. On Wednesday, I had pretty much the same breakfast as Tuesday, but without sauerkraut on the bread. This day I trained my back again and the triceps, and I also did half of an ab workout because the weather was too hot to do the entire one and I was exhausted. After my workout, I prepared roasted potatoes and green beans in the oven. I had seasoned them with salt, pepper, and dill, so I just let it bake while taking a shower and doing my skincare routine. I also had a grated carrot, and I ate all of this with the leftover tofu that I reheated in the oven as well. Then I added unsweetened ketchup and half of an avocado. For my afternoon snack, I had a protein bar, a square of dark chocolate, and an apple. For dinner, I just improvised something. I had some mushrooms and an onion in the fridge that I had to use, so I began by frying the onion with some garlic. Then I added a spice and herb mix before adding the mushroom, and I let it cook for a while before adding a can of chickpeas. I also added some frozen kale towards the end and let that cook until the kale was thawed and a bit wilted. And lastly, I added quinoa that I had cooked on the side. And of course, I ate all of that with half of an avocado. I also added nutritional yeast right before eating, and since it was a hot day, I was craving frozen mango after dinner, so I had that. Since this bread is best if eaten within 4 days, I had it again on Thursday with hemp seeds on top, but no banana this time. I had an apple instead. I only did a short stretch recovery workout because it was too hot for anything else. For lunch, I had the leftover mushroom dish, and besides that, I added all the tofu that I had left for extra protein, and half of an avocado, of course. For my snack, I made a smoothie again with banana, frozen mango, and blueberries, ground flax seeds, cinnamon, ginger, and pea milk. I topped it with some pumpkin seeds. I didn't know what to eat for dinner, and when I don't know what to eat, I either make a sheet pan meal or a stir fry. So I made a chickpea curry stir fry that you've seen me make before. So I just added frozen vegetables to a pot and seasoned it with salt, pepper, ground ginger, and curry powder. I also added some soy sauce, and of course I had to add chickpeas because it's not a chickpea stir fry without chickpeas. I had cooked oat rice on the side, and I had seasoned the rice with herb salt, chives, and dill. It just adds more flavor and tastes very fresh. And lastly, I added half of an avocado, and that's it for Thursday. On Friday, my workout was basically walking while running errands. So I went on my first walk in the morning before breakfast. When I got home, I made a rice, sourdough bread, avocado sandwich again, but just one. Then I made myself a smoothie with banana, frozen mango, and frozen kale. And I'm actually one of those people who thinks that cilantro tastes like soap, but last year I discovered that it actually tastes pretty nice if you add it to smoothies. So I did that. Then I also added ground flax seeds, cinnamon, and ground ginger, frozen blueberries, and pea milk. I topped the smoothie with pumpkin seeds again. I had the leftover stir fry for lunch, but without avocado. I went on my second errand in the afternoon, so a second walk. It was super hot outside though, so it wasn't that nice. When I got home, I had an apple. For dinner, I had a black bean taco with avocado, taco seasoned black beans, corn, taco sauce, cucumber, lettuce, and Greek yogurt. I also had a dark chocolate after dinner, but didn't film it. And yeah, that's all I ate this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this.